are you? Jumping in today to talk about how to be more present. Such an important topic, and how can you start doing it today? Because being present, what does that mean? That means being in this moment, being mindful, having a calm and clear mind that is not focused on the past, things that have already happened, or focusing on the future with anxiety and worrying about what is on its way or what could happen. How can you spend more time in this present moment, which in fact is the only moment that exists, right? The past has already happened. There's no way we can go back and change it unless you have some kind of time machine. The future has yet to come, of course, and so there's no point in worrying about it. All we have is this moment, yet so few people spend time in this moment. So hi to everyone who's jumping in, Cece, and we've got Rebecca, and Spiritual Business Spotlight. Oh my gosh, I'm so blanking on your first name, but I know you. In Germany. Hey to everyone who's watching this on the replay as well. Thanks so much for jumping in. So this is something that's, and Melissa, hey Melissa, that's been coming up for a lot of my clients lately. So I thought I would jump in and do a video about this for all of you as well. Sue, thank you. Sue Ellis, my goodness. Thank you. Sorry about that. So yeah, a lot of my clients have been going through this lately where they have these negative emotions, these negative thoughts, stressful work experiences, things that are happening in their life, and they're wondering how can they stop their thoughts from ruminating over and over about what they don't want, about being stuck in an emotional space where they don't want to be. And we started out the conversation talking about tuning into your highest self versus the ego, right? And the negative thinking thoughts, your ego trying to hold you back. But really, we can take it one step deeper beyond that conversation, beyond the conversation of the divisive nature between your highest self and the ego. And if we take it one step further, it's the idea, and the deep understanding that you are a spiritual being having a temporary human experience, right? You are a conscious being that is the silent observer, as Eckhart Tolle says, that I love, and you're observing having thoughts, you're observing living a human life, you're simply the silent witness to everything that's happening. And if that is your true nature, if that really resonates deeply with you as truth, with a capital T, well, then you'd probably agree that that part of you, who I would call your highest self, some people call a soul, some people call spirit. It doesn't matter what label you choose because we're trying to put form on the formless. So today I'll use highest self. But so you would agree that the highest self then is the part of you that is experiencing everything and observing your emotions. So that means you are not your emotions, right? You're the observer of them. And that includes not just the negative, undesirable emotions, but that also includes being happy, being positive, being joyful, being excited. The positive experiences that we all seek, that we all tend to chase. Those parts of us are also part of the human experience and not part of who you are as a highest self. So then who are you as a highest self? Again, you are that calm observer. You're pure love, pure contentment, pure peace. If you've tuned into that part of you, then you know what I'm talking about. You've experienced that space. And actually, if we have time at the end of this chat, I'm going to jump into a quick meditation practice with you, like 5 minutes, where we'll tune into that space of you as a highest self. So stay tuned for that. Won't be too much longer. But yeah, today as I was kind of pondering this, I saw this image in my mind of 4 different circles around us, 4 different layers of our environment, of living in the physical world, that we often need to be a certain way in order for us to feel happy or give ourselves permission to feel okay. So the first out and most furthest layer is the world, the state of the affairs of the world, the government, the environment, politics, the really macro view of everything. So I encourage you to take a moment and just think about, do you need the world, the pandemic situation, the government, do you need that part of the physical experience to be a certain way in order for you to feel okay? And if it's not in a state that makes you feel okay, are you allowing it to negatively impact you? And as such, giving your power away to it. Something to think about. So then the next layer that I saw in this image in my mind was relationships. So we all have relationships, family, friends, all those things. So what relationships in your life do you need to be a certain way in order for you to feel happy and to be okay? Or have you been able to step fully into the space of just allowing all those people in your life to be how they are and have it not impact your ability to access your happiness and your joy? It's not easy. Don't get me wrong, it's something I'm still working on for sure. But it's really important once we realize how much power we're giving away to others, and in this example, our relationships, in order for us to feel happy and to be okay. I see Karen just jumped in. Hey, Karen. Oh, thanks, Cece. That's nice. So then the third layer that I saw in this vision was your day-to-day life. So your job, your home, your finances, all the things that you do on the day-to-day, how much do you need that to be a certain way in order for you to feel okay and be happy? And are you giving part of you away? Like, say you're in a job right now that you don't really like, and it's causing you stress, it's causing you turmoil. I've been there. When I was at my corporate job for 10 years, I was like, get me the F out of here. But that transition time was really tough. So how much power are you giving away to those parts of your life and essentially giving your happiness and your joy away and your peace? And then the final layer is your emotions, right? You can see we're getting closer and closer to you, to your center. Your emotions, like if you are not your emotions, if your emotions are part of the human experience, there's something that you are silently observing. There's something that are constantly in flux, and we don't always have control over them. They kind of ebb and flow and come into our space and leave. Sometimes we feel really happy, sometimes we feel really angry or sad, whatever it might be. How much power are you giving to your emotions? Like, I know for myself, something I've been working on right now is when I'm not feeling super happy and joyful, like if I'm feeling kind of down or tired, am I attaching a lot of meaning to that? Am I trying to figure it out? Am I trying to get myself out of it because I shouldn't be feeling that way? Whereas now what I'm practicing is, okay, today I feel kind of tired. That's okay. I'm not going to attach too much meaning to that and try and change it. I'm going to continue to sink back, let go, and sink back into who I really am as a peaceful being, as my highest self. So, for example, last night I had one of those nights where I just don't sleep. Like, I just am like pretty much awake all night. It's so strange, like having these really weird dreams, but awake. Not cool dreams like spirit guide dreams. I would share those with you. But just when your brain is doing rapid firing, um, it doesn't make sense. Anyways, I often would wake up after a night like that and be mad and be like, why am I not sleeping? Am I drinking, not enough water? Am I eating like in the evening, or why, like making it my fault? Like I did something wrong and I need to change things. Whereas this morning, I just had this insight like, you know what? Sometimes the human body doesn't have the greatest sleep. It doesn't have to ruin your whole day. You don't have to attach too much meaning to it. It's going to be okay. It's just things ebb and flow. The good, the bad, that polarizing label is again part of the human experience. And the more we can sink back into that silent, peaceful observer, the more things aren't good or bad, right? So it's a practice I am working on. It's something I'm helping my clients with. And I, again, wanted to jump in here and share with you all in case it helps you as well. So let's jump into a quick meditation experience together. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you have 5 minutes, let's do a meditation where you're invited to close your eyes if you're able to, or if you're just listening to this, you can still follow along if you're working or driving or whatever. Cool. So I invite you to turn off all distractions for just 5 minutes. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes and just listen to my voice. And let's start by taking 3 deep breaths in together. So ready, deep breath into the belly. Hold the breath in. Deep breath out. Hold the breath out. Bigger breath into the belly. Up to the chest. Hold a bit longer. Deep breath out. Hold out for a few seconds. Last one, biggest breath of the day into your belly, your chest, up to your shoulders. Hold for 5 seconds this time. And nice, long, slow breath out. Hold for 5. And allow your breathing to return to normal. Still taking those deep belly breaths on your own. And let's set a grounding together, because it's something that I encourage everyone to do at least every day, once a day, especially all you sensitives out there, which is probably all of you. Makes a really big difference. So from the base of your spine, I want you to visualize a cord of light coming down from your spine, down towards the ground, and into the earth. And once it hits the earth, it starts to create roots, just like a tree, that go deep into the ground and spread out wide. We're anchoring you into the present moment. So take a few deep breaths here to integrate your grounding. Maybe noticing your energy feeling anchored into the ground, into the earth. And from here, I want you to repeat after me, and you can do it using your thoughts rather than saying it out loud, because your thoughts have the same power as words, as the spoken word. So using your thoughts, you can say after me, I'm ready to embody the frequency of my highest self. And take a few deep breaths here. We're going to spend some time here. Noticing if this space feels familiar to you, or does it feel new? Perhaps remembering that this is the real you, who you are at your highest frequency, your highest self. Take a few more deep breaths here, allowing this frequency of your highest self to integrate into your whole being. If you notice any thoughts arising while you're in this space, I invite you to allow them to just pass you by, just like a leaf floating down a stream. See those thoughts just float by. You don't need to attach to them right now. Wonderful. Well, I hope that was powerful for you. I hope that felt really great to tune into your highest self. You're welcome to stay in that space if you have a few more minutes. And as always, I'd love to hear your experience tuning in. Drop a note in the comments below and let me know how that went. And if you have any questions about being present, it's such an important conversation that I think we can all continue dialoguing on. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.